All right, welcome back, everyone. My name is VK, and today it's all about the stocks and equities, more advanced model for how to track your portfolio in Google Sheets, which means that Google Finance integrated, more data, more analytics, live prices. That's how we're going to do this. So, just a simple explainer. I'm going to go through the model right now and the way it has been made and set up. There are a number of previous videos as well, the way I've done that explain actually how specific parts, especially with the transaction tracker and kind of a currency conversion, is done. But essentially, the model is set up with a purpose, with the main premise that you do have the model currency, which means wherever you are located right now, this is your currency of the portfolio. And if you want to select USD, you can select USD, GBP, euros, Canadian dollars, Australian dollars. It doesn't matter. It sets out the premise that you can categorize, for example, here because I'm based in the UK, trading, for example, 212, or we have WeBull, Robinhood, IG. We have even free trade, an app which is called the free trade. So you can customize any of those, which means for the brokers, category, sector, country, you can actually add as many as you wish because it helps with categorization. The critical, so this is very important, and but once you do this, number one, template comes already with these categories, and you're just going to delete the free trade. Doesn't really matter for you, or rather, if you're not based in the UK, I'm sorry. If you are in the UK, just add it. But in respect to the category, sectors, and country, everything is predefined. So the template comes as it is, including the fiat currencies. What it does though is that, for example, here we do have the account and the account register, which means that we record our contribution. So all I need to do is select the date, for example, trading 212, deposit, currency, let's do USD, and then transaction value, maybe I'll deposit something like 10K with the zero fees. And you will see right now that I can register the on the left hand side, it will tell you the total across all the accounts that you have that deposited. The balance is 10K. So far, you have not withdrawn anything. And on the right hand side, you'll see that there is a selection of all the trading accounts. And because we've done this for trading 212, it showed whether we have done for trading 212. If we would do the same thing for a different one, for example, Control C, Control V, but instead you'll see that the total balance and deposit are reflecting there. But for example, we are looking for to add 15K to Robinhood. This means that in totality here, we have 25K. But trading 212 here, you see 10K of deposit, 10K balance. And if we want to change to Robinhood, you see 1515, and the kind of the latest trend and the transaction, or rather deposit, is shown within this particular account finder. Let's put it this way, or account register. So that is the difference between account register, rather accounts. I'm just going to correct, and I will add accounts, just like this, register. Then the most important part is probably where you start with the watch list, and this is where you're going to start adding your stocks of your interest. So for example, Apple, Tesla, Amazon. All you need to do is to add the ticker. You will see the watch list will automatically populate with the relevant data. You'll have year-to-date return, 52 weeks high, lows, 52-week chart. And by the way, all this has been previously, I've explained in my previous videos as well, how to do this, for example, a watch list from scratch, or how do you create this 52 weeks chart as well. So everything's there in past videos. I'll try to add a couple of links to them in addition to the main model, but ultimately what you want to categorize, for example, category, let's call it blue chip stock, Tesla, will be growth, Amazon, maybe also let's go with the blue chip sector, technology, maybe we'll go automotive, and then I don't know, consumer staples. United States, I think they're all based in the United States, and done. So like this, with just addition of the tickers and category sector in the country, which again I'll link to the setup, we're pretty much done. All we need to do right now is start recording transactions, and it's going to be super simple. Double click here, select once again whether you're buying from the portfolio. I'm going to buy from my trading 212 account in USD. We're going to buy 5 shares at the price of $240. Total transaction cost is here. Let me do a couple of more transactions. Maybe I will buy in July. I will buy Tesla. I will buy once again buy here. We can buy actually from Robinhood USD to start to maybe at 400. I don't know exactly what's the current price, and then ultimately maybe in October, but Amazon we're gonna buy again, and we're gonna buy from Robinhood in USD maybe 5 at 130. Done. This is done, and that's essentially what you need to do. The model is now complete. All you need to do right now, go to the portfolio, and this is what we have. Let's have a look. What do we have actually here? So our total stocks, the equities that we have are 3 cumulative units are there. This is good. Just let me double check everything is correct. 522 to 522, 525, cost value. So what we see right now is actually we are just losing just slightly less than 1% in Tesla, which is great, which means that we do have an unrealized P&L of $911, which is amazing, not bad. And gives us pretty good kind of a return on investment right now, because that's how much so far we've invested in terms of our capital based on our return, right? Which is good. I think we've invested just slightly, just 2,650 total. This is the current value of our portfolio, and this is total P&L. Once you decide to sell something, it's going to be the same thing. So what we're going to do, for example, I know that my portfolio right now, we are doing much better on actually on Amazon, right? Because the life price. So maybe I decided to sell. So I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna copy this because it's the Amazon. Control C. I'm gonna Control V, but instead I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell 2.5 of shares at the price of 250 per share. And look at this. What will happen right now within my portfolio? I now have a realized P&L of 300. And the best way to see this is because we've solved essentially the model account take into consideration how much we have bought in terms of the average cost for how much we are selling this. And this is how much are actually, when we sold this, which means that the remaining Amazon shares remain at 2.5 because we sold 2.5, right? So we sold 2.5 at 250. And here, because we need to take into the account how much would be the cost of 2.5 and 130 at our average cost, so the model deducts, and this is where we're going to have 300 of realized P&L. And this is how it actually works. And this is why it's extremely powerful in terms of the data and the way you track the data. So everything is dynamic and everything is powerful in terms of realized and realized P&Ls. And ultimately, all you need to do is simply you can go and you can simply check this out, which means that the portfolio, the performers, everything is there, and this is how it's actually quite nice and cool. So the growth over time, portfolio value, everything that we have right now is there. So this is how we're actually going to be. This is kind of the purpose of the model, to make sure you do track your stocks as to as much detail as possible. I think it covers pretty much everything. Obviously, if you were to set up, for example, the stocks in GBP, you'll see that my portfolio will obviously will need to be self-adjusted there. Because, okay, we have bought in USD. Okay, fine. So this does work absolutely fine. I'm gonna reword back to USD, which is what we want. So perfect. I think we are quite good in terms of what's the value, what's the price. So I think this is it. To be honest with you, this is one of the most powerful portfolio trackers that I've built, and so far it's proven time and time again that this is the right way to kind of approach the stocks and equities in Google Sheets. So once again, thank you. There are a number of videos which are present on the channel which explain how to build parts of this. I will create a separate, probably like a mini course on YouTube, how to pretty much from scratch build one by one. But nevertheless, if you like the template, I'll put the link below. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, where I'll confirm once everything is published, we'll start building from scratch. Promise you that. I'm just need to figure out some more time to this, and it's gonna be fun. So once again, thanks so much, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.